I would imagine you've lost the same 10 kilos before, probably more than once. You get 4, 5, 6 weeks in, life gets busy, you're right back where you started. Not because you're lazy, because nobody ever gave you a system built to survive a busy week instead of the perfect one. If you've got 10 kilos to lose, here's exactly what I would do. It's not a diet, it's not a plan you follow for 6 weeks and then fall off. It's a system. It's the same system I run every one of my clients through. It's the backbone of everything I coach, built to get you the results and, more importantly, help you hold on to them. By the end of this video, you will know the whole thing, every phase, every pillar, and why it works. A quick bit of context if you don't know me. I'm Tom. I've been coaching for 10 years, the last 5+ of being all online. And I'm not your 20-year-old trainer who's fresh out of college telling you everyone's got the same 24 hours in a day. This is me in Thailand. It's about 20 years ago. Overweight, smoking, not got a clue what I was doing. Thinking I was living my best life. Maybe in some ways I was. A few years later, somewhere on a boat, I can't remember where, to be honest, skinny little shit. I swung the other direction and I just found it different unhealthy. This one with 2 pints in hand, necking both of them, is about 12 years ago, right in the middle of running a successful construction business that I fucking hated. Honestly, I was miserable. That was the turning point. I got out of construction and I got into health and fitness. It started with turning my own life around. Everything since has been helping other people do exactly that. This one is a little more recently. That's what actually holding the system looks like. And this one's me and the boys at the aquarium. It's the real reason that any of this fucking matters at all. I've been every single version of this. You can see it here. I've overdone it, I've underdone it, I drank my way through half of it. None of it stuck until I built the thing that actually held. This isn't theory, this is lived. I've run it with clients for years now. Not just to get the weight off, but to make sure they hold on to what they've achieved. So what is this? This isn't for someone who's never trained. This is for the guy who's already in the gym 3 times a week. They're already eating reasonably. They're already putting the effort in. It's a busy job, maybe a family. No time to waste on anything that doesn't work. You're training, you're eating reasonably, you're trying. But the body doesn't reflect the effort, and every time life gets busy, you lose 3 weeks just getting back to where you were. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. You're not broken. You're just unstructured. You don't need more information. You've probably got enough information to open a gym. What you don't have is a system that survives an actual week of your life. Before we get into the how, let's define what we're actually aiming at. Because lose weight isn't a real goal. It's too small. The real destination for me has 3 parts, and you need all 3 or it doesn't really count. First of all, there's the look. It's a physique that actually reflects the effort. Clothes fit different, the mirror catches up. Then there's the feel. It's in control of your food, we're calm, we're not white knuckling it, we're not dreading Saturday night. And finally there's perform. You're stronger, you're fitter, and you have a body that works as well as it looks. And underneath all 3, the thing that actually matters long term is autonomy. The goal is never to keep you dependent on me. The goal is you understand this well enough that you can run it yourself. So, if that's the destination, what's stopping you getting there? 3 things. I've seen them in every single client I've coached. Number 1 is the 4 p.m. override. Mornings are fine, breakfast sorted, lunch is reasonable, then from mid-afternoon it falls apart. Biscuits because they're on the counter, not because you're hungry. Takeaway because there's nothing planned. You're not eating badly, you're eating without a system. And willpower runs out by 4 p.m. every single day. One of the guys, Dan, lived this for the best part of a decade. Bacon sandwiches because they were there and they were hot. He was grazing without ever really deciding to. We didn't put a fixed meal plan in place. We just put some structure in. Number 2 is the reset cycle. Holiday, work trip, busy week, the routine breaks, and you spend the next 2 weeks just getting back to where you already were. It's progress, it's disrupt, it's drift, it's guilt, it's restart, and then it's repeat. Your plan only works in a perfect week, and life doesn't hand you many of those. Another one of the guys, Martin. He went to Tenerife last year. He put on a few pounds, he came home, he went straight back to it. There's no reset week, there's no panic. And he's done all of this with shared custody of the kids. He's got a lot going on. Then there's the effort trap. You're training hard, You're tired afterwards, but the body doesn't change. That's not a motivation problem. That's effort with no system connecting it to the outcome. Hard work that doesn't compound. Andy trained hard for months with the same weights on the bar going nowhere. A year of actual structure and his deadlift went from 95 kilos to 155. It's the same effort, it's a completely different system. I see this one the most, if I'm honest. Good people, training hard, getting nowhere, and nobody's told them why. If any of this sounds familiar, good. That means you're not lazy, you're not the exception. You're just missing some structure. So let's fix it. 3 roadblocks, 3 systems. This is the whole engine. I call it the compound method, because run separately, these 3 get you what you've probably already tried. Decent for a few weeks, then it slips. Run together, they compound. First is the fuel system. This kills the 4 p.m. override. It's not a meal plan, it's a framework where the food decisions get made once a week, not 15 times a day. The food engine sits at the centre of this, and events get a strategy instead of a prayer. Then there's the momentum engine. This kills the reset cycle. This is the mindset and accountability layer, the part that holds when life doesn't cooperate. The core piece here is knowing your floor, not your best case, your worst case. The lowest viable version of training, food and sleep that still keeps you moving when life gets loud. You set that floor once and you never drop below it, no matter how bad a week gets. Andy's the proof of this one. The same week his roof got wrecked in a storm, he got clawed back $2,500 on a car that had already been written off. He hit the gym 4 times and got 12,000 steps a day. That's not motivation. That's a floor that doesn't move. And finally, there's the progress machine. This kills the effort trap. It's periodized, it's progressive, it's tracked. So effort actually compounds instead of just accumulating fatigue. Small gains stacked on purpose, week on week. Each one of these gets its own full video in this series. Today, I'm just giving you the map. Now, here's how it actually plays out week to week. There's 4 phases, and I want to frame this properly before I walk through them, because this isn't a straight line, it's a flywheel. First, we've got insight. It's 1 or 2 weeks, there's no changes yet. It's just watching. It's food diary, it's training log, it's an honest audit of sleep and steps. Most people find that their nutrition potentially worse than they thought it was. That's the point. You need to see the real starting line before you can start the race. Then there's prime. This will be anywhere between 6 and 10 weeks. This is building the operating systems. There's no calorie targets yet, it's meal structure, it's protein at every meal, it's training rhythm. Most of the guys see change here before we've even introduced a deficit, because the habits alone move the needle. This is the phase that actually stops the yo-yo cycle. It's not a big push, it's your average week goes up. And once your average moves, you don't drift back down to where you started. That's the whole point. It's your point of no return. Not because you're forcing it, but because it's just a new normal. Next comes perform. It's 8 to 16 weeks. Now we introduce tracking, calorie targets, structured training phases. This is where the visible results show up. Photos change, clothes change. This is everything we've done in our priming phase on fucking rocket fuel. Then comes own. It's 4 to 8 weeks, sometimes a little bit longer. Tracking reduces, you start reading your own hunger cues, you start making your own calls. Dan's the proof of this stage. He started at 120 kilos. He finished coaching sub 90, 30 kilos down. Nobody's checking his food diary anymore because he doesn't need it checked. He's running things on his own. Now, here's the bit that most people miss. Own isn't the end, it's the first revolution through the flywheel. Because once you own it, you go again. Another cycle of insight, prime, perform, and own. Except this time it's faster. You already know how to observe yourself honestly. You already have the habits primed. So the second revolution just gets you bigger results in less time than the first did. That's the whole point of the flywheel. It pays you back more the more you run it, and it gets easier to run the more times it's turned. Push once and it feels hard. Push it for a year and it's spinning on its own. So that's the whole system. There's 3 roadblocks, there's 3 pillars that solve them, 4 phases that get you through it. Over the next few videos, I'm going to break down each pillar properly. How the fuel system actually works week to week, how to build a momentum engine so a bad week doesn't wipe out a good month, how the progress machine gets programmed so your effort actually shows up in the mirror. If any of this has landed, there's a link below that shows you exactly how I run this with clients from start to finish. It's the same system, just managed for you. In the past, losing the first 10 kilos was never the hard part. Holding on to it was. That's the bit that always broke down. This time, the flywheel keeps turning. Second revolution, third revolution, faster and bigger than the last, and easier every time because you're carrying what the last one built. That's the whole game. That's what all of this series is for.